So folks, if you're rusty with long division, this is how it works. We're going to go ahead and take our divisor, 2m minus 1, and we're going to long divide it into our quotient, or excuse me, our dividend, which is 4m cubed minus 8m squared plus 5m plus 6. So the way that this works is this way, and so always make sure you're asking yourself this question. What do I need to multiply 2m by to make it look like 4m cubed? I'll ask that once more. What do I need to multiply 2m by to make it look like 4m cubed? The answer is 2m squared. Notice that if I do that, I'll now go ahead and multiply this to both terms. So this would give me 4m cubed minus 2m squared. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my arrows there so it's not cluttering up the document. And that's how we do long division. So the next step is to go ahead and subtract. Careful, people forget this step often. We're going to subtract what we just wrote there in our scratch work. We're going to subtract that down from the original expression. So be careful, this is going to give me a negative 6m squared. Okay. So let's play this game again. Again, I'm going to ask myself, what do I need to multiply 2m by to make it look like minus 6m squared? Let's ask that one more time. What do I need to multiply 2m by to make it look like minus 6m squared? And the answer is we want to multiply it by a negative 3m. Let's go ahead and do that. So if we do negative 3m times negative 3m times 2m, so I'm multiplying this to both of these two terms here, this is going to give me the negative 6m squared. There's no coincidence that these look alike. That's what I wanted to have happen. And then I have to follow through with that multiplication by multiplying this minus 3m to this negative 1 here. And if we do that, we end up with a positive 3m. Then what are we going to do? We're going to head and subtract that down. Be careful, a lot of people forget to subtract that off. Notice that gives me a 0m squared for that term. That's what we wanted. And so we end up with just negative 3m and 5m, which gives us a 2m. And if we go ahead and carry this 6 down, we get 2m plus 6. Clean up the arrows a little bit here. So let's again ask this question. What do I want to multiply 2m by to make it look like 2m? Well, in this case, we just want to multiply it by 1. So I'm going to multiply that by 1 there. And I'm going to do this next step a little bit faster. So I've run out of room. We had 2m plus 6. I'm going to multiply this 1 to both terms here. Notice that gives me 2m minus 1. I'm going to change the sign and add down. So that's going to give me, that's going to give me a value of 7 there. And that's going to be my remainder. So we end up with being able to state that when we divide 2m minus 1 into, let me go ahead and clear out those arrows, when I divide 2m minus 1 into this expression here, what I end up with is 2m squared minus 3m plus 1. That's what we got up here, with the remainder of 7. And the way we write that is we write the remainder over the initial divisor. Okay. So I'll let you guys work on this, but that's how we do long division.